On today's episode of TeenView TV, we will have an AIDS awareness discussion with our You Speak Out panel and ways that you at home can protect yourself. We also have What's Hot on the Web, and we'll be seeing what you folks in Wichita did at the Riverfest. So stick around, TeenView TV starts now.
Come on, let's see what TeenView is doing.
Welcome to this week's edition of TeenView TV. I'm your host, Jessica Rain. We here at TeenView Magazine would like to thank all of you viewers who tuned in to our first episode and showed us lots of love and support. We definitely don't want that to stop, so continue to like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and if you have any ideas for our next episodes or topics that you'd like to see us here at TeenView Magazine discuss, let us know by connecting with us at our website, teenviewmagazine.com. Now here's Blake with What's Hot on the Web.
Hello, my name is Blake Moore. Welcome to What's Hot on the Web, where we take a look at video clips that have gone viral. Today's segment, we will take a look at some video clips starring people that did not make very bright decisions. This segment I'd like to call Mistakes Were Made. Please do not attempt what you're about to see at all. They are performed by professional idiots. In our first video, the results may shock you. Literally. Going into it, he seemed to know exactly what it was he was doing. But at what point did he realize he should have bought an Android phone? What, we have iPhone users in the crowd? I stand by my opinion. At this point, we can all agree now he's fully charged. Our next video is of a guy trying to retrieve a tomato. Sounds pretty harmless, right?
At first glance, taking this tomato down through these spinning fan blades may seem impossible, but I'm here to show you it's not. This must be done all in one motion. Okay guys, watch me go to work. Oh!
America. There's just so much why in this video. Like, number one, why would someone attach a tomato to the ceiling? Number two, why would someone attach a tomato to a ceiling above a fan? Number three, why would someone attach a tomato to the ceiling above a spinning ceiling fan and then attempt to retrieve it with their face? Number four, was he trying to make a sandwich? Number five, if so, what else was going to be on that sandwich? Now I'm hungry. I don't know about you, but in light of this attempt to retrieve it, we can probably agree in saying the tomato just wasn't a fan.
Should have gone with my first plan, grabbing the tomato with my mouth and returning back to safety.
Can't hear good.
This last video is of a guy attempting to achieve flight. I drank a lot of caffeine before we filmed this.
Up, up, and away!
He's obviously never seen the movie Up. He's going to need a lot more balloon. This guy's first mistake wasn't during mid-flight, it was probably long before, when he got two friends who would eventually push him off the roof onto his SUV below. He probably should have drunk a Red Bull instead. it gives you wings. Well, this concludes our first installment of What's Hot on the Web. Catch us here every week on TeenView TV. Also, for more funny videos, check out my YouTube channel, Trial of a Whovian. I'm Blake, and that's What's Hot on the Web.
Roll camera and sound.
Speed!
Speeding! Action!
Welcome back, everyone. I'm here with some teens from our You Speak Out section, and today we're going to be discussing HIV and AIDS. Let's just go down the line and introduce everyone.
I'm Reagan. I'm from Derby High School.
My name is Carson. I graduated from East High and now I attend Wright Career College.
My name's Cole and I'm attending Derby High School right now.
I'm Greg. I graduated from Washington High School and now I attend Butler Community College.
I'm Alana and I go to Derby High School as well.
Right, thank you everyone. And today Alana's going to explain a little bit about her article that she wrote for TeenView Magazine on HIV and AIDS. So just give us an idea of what you wrote about.
Okay, so I wrote the HIV/AIDS awareness article for the June issue. I learned a lot of interesting facts that I didn't know prior to writing the article. I learned that 1.1 million people in the United States are currently living with HIV or AIDS.
Is there a difference between HIV and AIDS?
Yes, there is. So when you're first diagnosed with HIV, you don't have AIDS right away. It develops over a period of time, but most people contract AIDS after HIV, but not everyone does.
Awesome. So what does this disease mean to some of you?
Well, for me, I have a lot of friends who are gay, and even though like 4% of the male population is gay or have any sexual relations with men, they 78% of that 4% is infected with HIV or AIDS.
And do you think that there's anyone at your school that might have it at all?
I have no idea if anyone at my school does.
Does anyone here think that anyone at their school or know of anyone having HIV or AIDS?
If there is, we don't know about it. I highly doubt it's something that people would broadcast.
Yeah, true.
I knew one person that let everybody know about it. But other than that, everybody, I'm pretty sure, just kept it on the low.
Do you think this is an issue that a lot of teens are concerned about?
No. Not really. But
No, not at all.
It can affect your life, but I think me myself, I was more worried about getting girls pregnant or whatnot.
Yeah, that's true.
And I also think that we don't care about it as much as because it wasn't brought up in our generation. It wasn't popular at the time when we were kids and when we are kids now today. So it's not something that we're educated on.
Yeah.
And based on what he said, I feel like some people, they get more ashamed when they are pregnant rather than if they, I feel like some people would much rather have AIDS than get pregnant.
It's a lot easier to hide.
It's easier to hide, and some people, they just don't want everything to be visibly out there.
Exactly.
Yeah, this epidemic isn't necessarily broadcasted on the media as much as it was 20 years ago when it first came out.
And then there's the stigma about AIDS being like the disease among gay people.
Yeah.
And then so people think if they're straight, that they're completely invincible when they're not.
Yeah.
Or people think that if they only have if they're not very promiscuous, then they can't get it. But people don't know that you can get it the first time you do anything with the wrong person.
Exactly.
Yeah, 16% of people living with HIV or AIDS are unaware that they actually have it.
Those are a lot of good points that our panels brought up. Does anyone take any precautions? That way you can make sure you don't catch that disease or any other diseases? Or what are some precautions that you take?
Well, I wouldn't say me personally, but just in general, I think everybody should just use a condom if they're going to, perform intercourse, just because you can get pregnant, but you could also get HIV and AIDS. So.
Yeah. Any other?
I guess that's probably the best.
Probably the main one.
Yeah.
I always hear the slogan, "Wrap it before you tap it."
Yeah, there are a lot of myths that go along with contracting HIV/AIDS. People think that you can get it from a toilet seat or just by touching someone, they think that you can contract it.
Does anyone have advice for our teens out there?
I would say, like, if you're gonna do it, like, for one, wrap it up, do that. But also, know your partner. Like, know them before you decide to take that extra step. Like, don't just pick someone you see off the street and then be like, oh, hey, let's do this. Like, you can't do that because that's nasty.
So how many people here would actually be willing, if your partner wanted you to go get tested?
I'm all right.
100%.
Yeah.
You can never be too safe.
Yeah. That's good. Exactly. What does this disease mean to teens?
I don't think it means a lot because teens don't talk about it as much as they should be talking about it.
Yeah. We should make it more aware and like have more awareness throughout the city.
So what are some ways that you would make it more aware?
Just to talk about it in general. Talk about it in school and classes.
Yeah, get the word
Yeah.
out there. Maybe
Yeah.
even offer testing to kids.
Yeah. In
free
school.
testing. Yeah.
Yeah, and get yourself tested because you want to know your status just as much as you want to know someone else's status because that's just as important.
Yeah.
And even a lot of times, like, even today's education, like, in sex ed, they tell you about STDs and everything, but they don't emphasize on them as much as they used to. Like, they more emphasize on like use condoms or use contraceptives to prevent pregnancy or be abstinent to prevent pregnancy, but they really don't talk about the effect that STDs have on people's lives. They talk about the effect that pregnancies and having kids have on your lives and stuff.
So how do you think teens would feel about abstinence?
That is a very controversial topic, I think.
Like, a lot of teens, they're like they put off this vibe like they are, but catch them on Friday and Saturday, it's not the same. It's not the same.
I think abstinence is kind of a word that's dying out, honestly. And that would also be another thing that we kind of raise awareness about, is just to abstain and be smart about sexual choices, just so you don't get diseases and you are making the right choices and you don't get an unwanted pregnancy at a very early stage in your life.
A lot of teens don't think about the effects that sex could have on you, like obviously getting pregnant, but not like the diseases and STDs.
Yeah. And I think in like high schools or whatnot, there's a lot of peer pressure. Like, if you haven't had sex, you're not going to be cool, or this girl isn't going to want to be with you, or this guy was not going to want to be with you. So, like.
Well, a lot of people don't feel that AIDS or HIV is really youthful. Does anyone know the statistics for HIV and AIDS?
I know that in 2010, most of the 57% of the new outbreaks of AIDS was among Black youth, male.
Any other statistics at all?
Most of the new cases of people that have AIDS are between the ages of 13 and 24 years old.
Yeah, I think it's like 26%.
Yeah. So it's not like a youth, or it is a youth disease just as much as it is, something that older people can get. So it's something that teenagers should definitely be aware of.
Yeah.
So knowing those statistics, how does it make you feel now, knowing a little bit more about it?
It scares me a little bit.
Yeah.
It's very surreal.
I mean, like, a lot of people, they just don't think about it. Like, they just go out and do what they want to do, and they don't think about anything. They don't look at statistics, or they don't look at who they're with or what they're doing. They just do it because it feels good, or because it feels right.
And teenagers, I mean, we all think that we're invincible, or it's not going to happen to me, or it's not going to happen to me if I just do it this one time. This one time I can't get it, but that's not the case. And to the statistics show that, and it's definitely something that we need to be aware of and take into consideration.
Right. The fact that the new cases are showing up as early as ages 13 is like, that's crazy. It's just weird how like these little kids are going around with having to deal with grown folk problems now.
Yeah, it's very mind-boggling.
Would you say maybe the media has some impact on the way people think now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Very much.
The media definitely
Sexism.
dictates our generation.
Sex sells,
Yeah.
and it always will.
Yes.
It's a really popular topic. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, this virus isn't really talked about within the media recently, so it should be talked about more and broadcast more.
Well, yeah, because I mean, we kind of like the media kind of glorifies sex, and we glorify, all of these things that are really negative, and our lives, and I think teenagers just kind of find enjoyment in that almost.
Yeah, like young kids, they're like interested to see how that feels, especially if they're a virgin or whatnot. If you see Rihanna on the cover, like, man, she looks good, and like, you know, that's gonna get your mind going, and like, you're gonna want to have sex with somebody or someone, you know.
Yeah, it's like, it's not even just like TV. It's in music. It's in books. It's in everything.
Video
like,
games.
It's everywhere.
Yeah.
Okay, well, those were some really awesome points that you all made. I'm really glad we were all able to have this discussion. So until next time with You Speak Out, this is Jessica Rain.
TeenView is an empowerment program that motivates teens to go forward in life and enables teens to do positive things in the community, therefore setting an example for their peers as well. Our plan is to use participating students representing all Wichita area high schools to impact the community by doing projects and activities. We plan to work with the community to host fun and educational events for the youth and to provide an avenue for the teen's voice to be heard. TeenView Magazine is a publication for teens by teens from a teen's point of view.
Red Robin Royalty members get one free burger during the month of their birthday. So even if you don't know what month it is, you have a 1 in 12 chance of getting a free burger. Join today at redrobin.com.
Red Robin.
Roll camera and sound.
Speed.
Speeding. Action.
Hi everyone, I'm Jessica Rain here at the Wichita River Festival, and look who I found. Now for those who might not be from the Wichita area or haven't been able to make it down to Riverfest, just tell everyone who you are.
I'm Admiral Windwagon Smith, number 41. My name is Ron Ryan, long-time resident of Wichita, 27 years with the Wagon Masters, which is a very important part of keeping the River Festival alive for these 43 years. And my best job as being Admiral is being able to put my arm around these pretty ladies.
Thank you. Now, what's your favorite event here at the Wichita River Festival?
There's so many of them, it's hard to name a favorite, but I can tell you without question, working with these 27 schooner mates and going to hospitals, children's home, cancer centers, and seeing their interaction and action has just been really heartwarming.
Yes, that sounds really great. Do you have any advice for teens that may be watching TeenView?
Yes, we have 27 schooner mates. They're always and will be juniors, but they'll be selected by the high school to represent Riverfest. And the duties that they do, not just for this 9 days. We, for the last couple of months, have been going to hospitals, cancer centers, Starkey Home, etc., and doing a lot of community projects, and it's very rewarding. It's good to live in a community where we care about those who need help, because there's a lot of folks out there that need our help. And if we can just figure out how to take care of the needy without the greedy trying to get in front, we'll be just fine.
Well, that's really good advice, and I'd like to thank you for stopping by, and thank you for watching TeenView TV.
TeenView is an empowerment program that motivates teens to go forward in life and enables teens to do positive things in the community, therefore setting an example for their peers as well. Our plan is to use participating students representing all Wichita area high schools to impact the community by doing projects and activities. We plan to work with the community to host fun and educational events for the youth and to provide an avenue for the teen's voice to be heard. TeenView Magazine is a publication for teens by teens from a teen's point of view.
Camera and sound. Speed! Speeding! Action!
Hey, my name is Devontae, and I'm here at Poblano's Mexican Grill. I ordered a chicken burrito bowl. My friend Kyle here ordered a normal burrito. I'm about to give you a short review of what I think about it. You can already tell these ingredients are fresh, they're delicious. Got a good portion size here too. I'm really liking it. As you keep eating, you can really taste all the different ingredients. And like in my mouth, I can taste the chicken, the rice, the pico de gallo. It all rolls together, a nice little combination. I'm liking it. I feel like it was worth the money. Here's the horchata I was talking about. I believe this is rice water. It's very cinnamony, people who haven't tried it before. I really like it. It's one of those drinks you can't really get if you go like to the store or anything else, because it's one of those drinks that are like exclusively for like Mexican restaurants. But if you come here, I recommend it. It's a little bit more than the average drink, but hey, it's worth every penny. As I finish this up, I'd say I highly recommend this restaurant right here. Like I got my money's worth out of all this right here. So if you're ever in the neighborhood and you just want a quick Mexican burrito or any other things, they have other options such as like fajitas and tacos, just like any other Mexican restaurant. But this one right here, like, is a very taste-filled place. Like, the food is very fresh, and I really feel like I got a good meal here. As you can see right here, nice little portion size, and I really don't have any complaints. So if you ever just feel like you want something random, why don't you try Poblano's? I'm full. Back to you guys.
My name is Marquise Murphy. Many times I go into the classroom and I ask young people a really simple question. I ask them, how many people want to be rich? And almost always, everyone raised their hand. And then I ask another question, well, how are you going to be rich? And then a lot of kids kind of come up with ideas about whether it's going to hit the lottery, marry someone very rich and famous. Those are those ideas. But what we try to get a lot of people to understand, the difference between rich people and poor people is really simple. And it comes in one word, and that word is vision. Vision is a very, very powerful thing. A vision will tell you when to wake up in the morning and when to go to bed at night. It will tell you what to do between the times that you wake up in the morning and the times that you go to bed at night. It will also help you determine who your friends are. If people are going down the wrong path and your vision takes you somewhere else, clearly you can tell, hey, I don't need to be bothered with those people because I have a vision. A vision is so important. It really separates the haves from the haves not. Listen, I heard it stated by Helen Keller one time. She was asked, what could be worse than being blind? Now, you know that Helen Keller was both blind and she was also deaf. But she responded in such a profound way. She said, what's worse than being blind is to have sight but have no vision. My question to you today, what is your vision? Do you really know who you are? Are you going after your dreams with everything that you have? I challenge you to find your vision and pursue it with everything that you have. That's what we do here with TeenView Magazine. Join us and find your vision.
Red Robin Royalty members get 1 free burger during the month of their birthday. So even if you don't know what month it is, you have a 1 in 12 chance of getting a free burger. Join today at redrobin.com.
Red Robin. Yum.
That's it for this week's episode of TeenView TV, and if you weren't able to make it out to the Wichita River Festival, you missed out on an amazing performance by Grandmaster Flash. Until next week, I'm your host, Jessica Rain, and this is TeenView TV.